Okay, guys, we apologize for that technical difficulty. We're gonna keep bringing you this content. What were we on before, guys? We were talking about Edge and Steph.
Yeah, I was going for self.
Dennis, who were you going for?
I got Edge winning just because I don't know. I think it was 2014. I think so. When the Authority was out of power, and the only person that could bring him back is John Cena. I got Edge winning because Edge just not coming back. He missed years of wrestling and he wants to get it back and end his career on a good note. Also, I got him winning because it. I like Seth and all. So Seth is good for the future, but I feel like I feel like it just Triple H said a couple years ago, something about diamonds, something like that. I forgot what it said, but I feel like Seth could learn a lot from Edge in this match at SummerSlam to further his career.
I got Seth winning, honestly, because it's like I know somewhere down the line they're going to build to this Roman feud. Like I said before in the last video, it's got to happen, and this feud is going to hit a lot differently than what we saw a couple of years ago with these guys feuding, because people are actually going to be behind Roman, and Seth, he's always going to be over with his group of fans. So it should be lit television. I'm not even going to lie. I'm looking forward to this feud, but Roman's still going to go over Seth regardless.
Yeah, I tell you one thing. I do kind of relate to somewhat what Dennis said because I did remember when Seth was gonna curb stomp
Break his neck.
Edge. You said what?
Yeah, I just said break his neck. Curb stomp
Yeah,
his neck.
break his neck, and I was like, oh hell no! I know they ain't gonna do that to Edge because normally Edge is the one to be doing. He be having someone hostage. And now seeing him as the hostage, it's like, wait a minute, this is so unreal. you know, but then, like, I believe Edge is going to give a lot to Seth Rollins, though. It's basically gonna be a close match.
It's gonna be an amazing match.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be as good as the WrestleMania match with Roman and Daniel Bryan. And I was like, okay, this actually is a good match. I feel like Edge is gonna, because most of the matches that Edge has been good, has been great. But I really believe it's Seth. I know it's gonna be Seth just because. Even though I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't going for Seth, but I know he's probably gonna win.
Yeah, me too. Like the true winners of this match is going to be the fans, definitely.
Exactly.
We already know that this is going to be a match of the year contender, and I just can't wait to really. I won't say underrated talents, but two of the best of their respective generations colliding. It's going to be a match for the ages. I'm not even going to lie.
Exactly. Because
what's the next match? Oh wait, go ahead. I'm sorry. What were we saying?
They both got something in common. They both do got a lot of common. So yeah, but oh yeah, I'm done on this one.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Next match, another show stealer, Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's title.
I feel like this is gonna be a hot potato thing.
Yo, I wouldn't say hot potato because like WWE, they're building up Bianca Belair really strong. Like since she won the Royal Rumble back in January, 2021 has really been hers.
Yeah.
Like she's gonna, and like I don't think her title reign is ending anytime soon. Like they're gonna give her a real fair shake. Now Sasha, she could take the title off of her. It could be hot potato, like you said.
Because most of the time when Sasha in title matches, especially with Charlotte.
I know what you're going to say. She can win the title, but she can't keep it. I knew it.
No, No, I honestly wasn't thinking about that, but it's just I don't know. I ain't saying that, but it's basically how I see it. Because thing is, I feel like it's gonna be back and forth. Like the thing is, I like it because it's competitive. It's back and forth. That's what you like about wrestling. Like one person steals the title and then the other one steals it. I like competitive matches. You know, but honestly, I don't know who's gonna win this one. Seriously,
Then if you
I
got a
mean,
prediction or anything,
Yeah, I got Bianca winning.
oh, you do? Any reason
Just like
why?
you, just like you said. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why. Just like you said just now,
I got
they're
Bianca.
building Bianca up, but they're building Bianca up right now. Um, and she ain't lose the title anytime soon until somewhere around December, January time. That's what I think.
Oh, okay. Good take. Good take. And then next match, Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal. Do I even need to go into this one? The story is there.
Jinder
Former
would die.
3MB partners.
wait, I mean, a sword.
Don't disrespect the gender, but
I mean, yeah, we all know that Jinder ain't gonna take Drew McIntyre. Come on, it's Drew fucking McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre
Hey,
all the
Jinder
way.
Mahal has got a one-way trip to Claymore County.
But you saying this
After
because
the
of a sword, right? That's what the story is about, a sword.
Mhm.
What is,
Oh, go ahead,
After the
Sam.
stunt
I
from
was
Money in the
my
Bank,
nephew.
okay,
after the stunt
so
from Money in the Bank, he got it coming.
you said what?
That's after the stunt at Money in the Bank, he got it coming.
Oh man, yeah,
He
but
was
yeah,
fingertips
like
away from the Money in the Bank briefcase.
damn. That's the sad part about Money in the Bank is once you win it, but can you actually, when cashing it, win it? Because I remember they made fun of Baron Corbin for winning it, but not actually winning the title. As far as cashing it, but that's crazy. But yeah, I think I really believe Drew McIntyre. Come on, they already done built him up more than Jinder Mahal. You know, like they ain't WWE ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna have Jinder Mahal win this one.
It's hard to believe 4 years ago this dude was WWE champion. It's just wow. This man,
Yeah, I was like, what? What the fuck?
He defeated.
listen, the thing is, I had no problem with him becoming WWE champion. It's just the fact that he went from jobber one week to main event contender the next week. It's just like, come on, you gotta build some story here. You gotta let him develop some character.
Yeah, like I was like, where did this come from? Like him, that guy, man, that's crazy. But
Yeah.
and this wasn't the storyline for like a sword or something. Like,
Man, that if I can't stop laughing. It's just we already know how this is gonna go down. McIntyre is gonna get that W. Gender is just Gender is gonna be a footnote in this feud.
hey,
And then
we're gonna be looking up at the lights.
if he wins, I'm just gonna be like, okay. There's
Unless,
gotta be a rematch where Drew comes out on top.
because WWE they be unpredictable. How people be coming up with another person, interfering in the matches and everything. That could
Yeah.
happen too. Cause it's like, who the fuck is you? Like, where you come from? Like, you know, cause I'm telling you, that's like one of the most unpredictable shit in wrestling. You don't see it coming. You're like, wait, hold on. Who the fuck is this guy? Why is he here? Who are you? What business you have in my match interfering? like that's basically what's been happening, ever since, like, even in WrestleMania twice, you know, because if I remember, Apollo Creed? No, wait, no, what's his name again? Apollo something?
Apollo Cruz.
Yeah, Apollo Creed. I'm like, no, not Creed. What the fuck? That's Rocky. Apollo Crews. Yeah, like it was just him going up against Biggie, and then next thing you know, dude from Raw Underground shows up.
Bees.
At first, I didn't know who he was until someone mentioned him, and I was like, who the fuck is you?
It wasn't his original name on Raw Underground, like Daba Kato or something like that.
Yeah,
Man,
it was.
I only saw Raw Underground once, right? And I was like, okay, so how is this gonna last? Because I had no confidence in it. You know, like
Go ahead.
the thing is, like, that they really wanted. I see what they was trying to do. They were trying to make it. I think they were trying to, like, make it different. Like a basically kind of like an actual street fight. No rules or something like that. Or I don't know if they're going for a UFC club fight or something like that. But honestly, like, how you remember Eddie Guerrero versus John Cena street fight?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to those street fights? Because normally when they have street fights, it's just candlesticks and garbage cans. Well, no, they don't have garbage cans. It's just candlesticks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yo. So if this is a street fight, then you at least have them, like, instead of doing candlesticks, have it like similar to John Cena versus Eddie Guerrero and their street fight matches or the hardcore matches. I'm like, yo, or backstage or something. Like something like that at least. Or like have yeah, you got people huddled up or something. I don't know how they was gonna do with this Raw Underground thing. I guess they were going for the Fight Club thing, but the concept don't fail.
I'm just like Raw Underground, Retribution, all Raw. That whole period was garbage.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, at the time that was when I was back and forth with Raw. Like,
Well, give me some of that attitude era, ruthless aggression era Raw, and then maybe we'll talk. But
they're not gonna bring that back. I mean, I understand because they're in a new time period. At first I was like that at first, but because I was sick of the PG. I was so sick of the PG era, especially in the 2010s, because that was when I'm like, I lost interest. I was like, I was looking at it to see if it gets better and better, but it's like they come up with every dumb shit every time. And I'm like, dude, who is writing this? Who idea is this?
yeah,
It's like, remember Saturday Morning Slam?
yeah. But I was gonna get back into this next match that we have Saturday Morning Slam. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day.
Man,
I don't even have the patience for that show to get into it.
all I remember was they had a match with Heath Slater and Santina, and Heath Slater got him in the scissors, and then Santina just tickling him, and I was like, I'm sitting here like, where's the wrestling? Where's the hardcoreness? Where's the violence? It's like, dang, I watch wrestling for a reason. I literally avoided Disney Channel just to see wrestling. you know, because it was soft. It was for it was mostly for girls. I feel like you know, I feel like it was targeting them the most. That's why I went to wrestling. I was like, I need something hardcore. I can't take it no more. And then years later, you get to stuff like that not self. I mean, Heath Slater match. I'm telling you, it's like Raw became a joke. Like wrestling became a joke to this company.
What was I about to say? Oh yeah, we got to move on to the next match. We got we never said our predictions for Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks.
I have no answer
Oh
for
wait,
that
did we
one.
say it? Actually,
I
we did
thought
say
we
it.
did. Yeah, I
I
thought
got
we were.
Belair. I got Belair retaining.
I got Belair too.
Yeah, me, I don't know. I'm a little mixed in. I don't have none.
Keeping on with the women, we got Nikki Ash, ASH. I think I still call her Nikki Ash. I don't know why. We got Nikki ASH versus Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley for the Raw Women's Championship. For
I
the
hope
love
it
of
ain't.
God, do
I
not
hope.
let Charlotte Flair win this match. I beg you.
I was gonna say the same thing.
like
I was gonna say the same thing because I was been sick of Charlotte, bro.
I'm sick of
Like,
Charlotte too.
like she is very talented. I get that. She is very talented and she is worthy of her position in women's wrestling, but it's just like you wouldn't get half of these opportunities if your last name. Well, I wouldn't say opportunities. You wouldn't get half these championship reigns that you have now if your last name wasn't Flair.
it sounded like
Yeah, I
something
agree with
AJ Lee
that.
would said.
Yeah, if it was her last name, she wouldn't have all these title reigns.
like
She got she
go
got the
ahead,
skill,
Dennis.
you know. She got the skills. She got all the everything Ric Flair. They got the skills, the capable of cheating and getting away with it and everything. But give everybody else more opportunities. Same as back then, they complained about Cena getting all these title opportunities back then.
True, and
Yeah.
I'm just like people are split on this Nikki ASH gimmick. I'm just like, hey, it may look corny on
Oh,
paper, but I like me some corny comedy in my wrestling sometimes. Like, ain't nobody bat an eye when the Hurricane was up there back in the day.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie. That was a time when I didn't watch wrestling because that was when my parents were strict. And then when I look back at it, I was like, they got a superhero. What the hell? And I was looking back at the segments with him and The Rock. He's like, you ain't nothing. You, you know,
The
that,
Hurricane and The Rock, oh my god. The Rock did Hurricane a huge he gave Hurricane a huge boost when he
that was
feuded with him. Like Hurricane got a lot of clout from The Rock.
them going back and
Like
forth was so
Rock put
funny.
him over like $1 million. He didn't have to be in a wrestling match. It was in the promo segments because it was like Hurricane's Rock's insults versus Hurricane's wit. It was just like a combination of peanut butter and jelly, if you ask me. It was just beautiful. You can't script stuff like that. They had perfect chemistry.
Yeah, that's what I like about The Rock. Because he's a good worker. And I'm glad he has to put other people over.
Yeah,
You know, and,
he's no Bret Hart or no Shawn Michaels, but Rock had some
hey,
great matches back in the day.
be honest, I prefer him over Shawn Michaels, bro. I'll be real
Okay,
honest.
okay, Shawn Michaels is my favorite wrestler, but I can respect your opinion. I respect your
Yeah,
opinion.
thing is, I like Shawn Michaels and all, but when I heard about some of the stuff backstage, it's like, oh no. It was like, damn, man. Like, okay, I did like him better when he, as a Christian, because I'm Christian. You know, I understand that. But damn, when I heard he was a diva backstage, I was like, oh hell no. Like a drama queen. Like the
he,
dude,
he has some demons.
he made Vader cry. I was like,
you know what? I remember that. Well, I don't remember it because I think I was just born when that happened. Summer '96. Yeah, I was about to come out of the womb.
yeah. So basically, the click just ain't clicking with me, man. I heard a lot of messed up stories about what they've been doing, and I was like, damn. So nobody whooped their ass. Nobody, you know. But then I heard that I heard The Rock didn't want to wrestle with him because what he said about his grandmother. That's what I heard.
Rock and HBK, they had some undisclosed beef backstage. I think it was because Shawn Michaels and Triple H were trying to stop Rock's push early on in his career. And then because look, Shawn Michaels was my favorite wrestler, but
Yeah,
I'll be the first to say I'll be the first to say he was a dick back in the day.
yes, he was.
No other ways about it.
Yeah, like in the 2000, like early 2000s, he was better in there than the 90s because I don't know how I don't know if he was completely dick around the 2000s, but 90s was just worse. Because some of the stories I heard, and I was like, damn, wow, like that's messed up, man. But we were talking about the hurricane, but we were talking about the superhero. Oh yeah, what about Rhea Ripley?
We're all about Rhea Ripley. That I love Rhea. The fact that she's 24 years old. Yeah, me and her are the same age actually. Look at her and look at me. Wow. But the fact that Rhea is actually 24 and she's accomplished so much in her career, it's beautiful. It's amazing.
Yeah, she accomplished a lot. On the first night of Raw, she got a title opportunity and knock off one of the best NXT champions and and a great Raw Women's Champion, Asuka. I got Nikki winning because
what was I about to say? Were you saying something, Dennis?
yeah, I got Nikki winning because even before back then when what Eric Young faction name was again?
Sanity.
When Sanity debuted.
That's a drop ball.
When Sanity debuted, and Nikki Cross debuted. As soon as I saw her wrestle in that ring that one match, I said, "Oh yeah, she's a future women's champion. You just gotta push her right." They giving people like Nikki Cross opportunities, but they won't give people like Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott opportunities right now.
Wait, didn't Ruby Riott get released?
Yeah, she did.
Damn.
Well,
I believe Liv. Go ahead.
What was I gonna say? My prediction: anyone but Charlotte Flair. That's all I'm gonna say for that one.
Yeah, I really did not want Charlotte to win. I swear.
Look, if there is a God, please do not let Charlotte Flair win. I appreciate her talent as a wrestler, but I am so sick of her.
Yo, can I be real honest? Even in WrestleMania 35, I didn't even want Charlotte to win that match.
You talking about the triple threat between her, Sasha, and Bayley?
No, the one with
WrestleMania 35 with
the one with
Ronda Rousey and Becky.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
I'm not gonna lie. I was personally going for Ronda. I knew Becky was gonna win that one, but I was personally going for Ronda. But I just didn't want Charlotte to win. I feel like the match would have been better without her. You know,
it really should have been Becky and Ronda, honestly.
Yeah, because
go over clean on Ronda. It's just like, man.
Yeah, because thing is, they also had beef on Twitter. Because Ronda be saying, not Ronda, Becky be saying a whole lot of shit, and then it's like they compare her to Austin. Unbiased opinion, though, I'll be real honest. I never really liked the man gimmick. I said it.
Hey, we can all agree to disagree as wrestling fans. Honestly, to be honest, I liked the man gimmick at first, but around the time she became pregnant and she had to give it the title, the gimmick has run its course.
The worst part is they compare her to Austin, just like they did with CM Punk and everyone else. I think it was Kevin Owens. Everyone was just comparing everyone to Austin. Like, just have her be her own character.
That's what I said too. Like, I'm glad you said that. That's what we need to stop doing as fans. Stop making these comparisons to other wrestlers, other eras. Like, just let each era or wrestler be unique.
Yeah, that's just as bad as comparing Michael Jordan to
LeBron
James.
Where did Barry go? Because I know he's gonna drop some bars about how Jordan is the GOAT and LeBron isn't.
Like, dude, cut LeBron a break, man. Like, I like Michael Jordan, but dang, like, he's retired. LeBron, he's basically doing what he can, and then I feel like he actually don't need to prove himself anymore, to anyone, but that's what people doing now. That's what we're doing now. We're just comparing everyone to a certain person. It's just irritating.
As far as wrestling goes, it's one of the most frustrating things about being a wrestling fan. I'm just like, look, especially when it comes to WWE and AEW, I always express this. I support both companies. WWE does some good things. AEW does some good things. I see flaws on both sides. But as a fan, I'm just here to enjoy both companies. Be grateful that we got two companies that we can watch. We're blessed to just sit back, enjoy Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, Roman Reigns, Kenny Omega, Orange Cassidy. Like, let's just sit back and enjoy all of this as fans. We can like it's time out for all that petty. Oh, AEW's better. Oh, WWE's better. Like, y'all, just shut up. Just be fans.
Yeah, I got tired of months ago when they compared about a year ago when AEW started doing their show. They started comparing NXT and AEW. You should be happy you got 4 hours of wrestling right after your
Right.
show.
I'm just like, I love my wrestling. I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy this. Like,
You have some of the best tag teams like the Young Bucks, Jurassic Express. You have Gargano and Ciampa and all the NXT tag teams. Then you have some of the best singles competitors like Kenny, Orange Cassidy, Jericho, and NXT people like Gargano and everybody.
exactly.
Man, I'd say one thing.
This is not back then in WCW and comparing. It's just constant entertainment for us to enjoy.
Thank you. You preaching facts up here. I'm here for it.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll be real honest. I would enjoy both of them, but I still kind of want to see a war. Just because, just because, I don't know, because after looking at the Monday Night Wars, right?
It can be a friendly war. I get what you're saying. Friendly competition. Competition brings the best out of all of us. Now, but it's just like we can watch it, and you don't have to be a dick about it.
Now, like I said, back in the day, I couldn't watch none of that. None of them. But I know who they was. I was a little confused at first because I saw WCW, and then I saw WWF, and I knew it was a totally different brand. You
Ooh,
know,
what a time to be a fan.
yeah. And the worst part is, I saw some of their faces. Like, of course, I saw Hogan, I saw The Rock, I saw Stone Cold. Probably got him mixed up with Goldberg. Actually, no, I didn't. I knew it was a difference because one named Goldberg and one named Austin. The one with the vest is Austin,
Yeah.
and I actually did went for Austin, and it was some stuff I did watch because of my grandfather. But thing is though, when I went back after looking at the Ruthless Aggression era, and I was like, "Dad, they had a war? Wow, I did not know that." You know?
I see. I was a baby at the time the Monday Night War and the Attitude Era was going on. Like I said, I was born in '96, but I used to see like brief. I can remember images because my grandmother, who I used to spend a lot of time with back in the day, God rest her soul, she's a huge wrestling fan. She
Yeah,
was a huge wrestling fan. As a
yeah.
matter of fact, I think Stone Cold was her favorite.
Everyone loves Stone Cold, and the
Stone
funny part,
Cold's in my top three, honestly.
the funny part was I was a badass kid. You know, my dad said I was a hellion, and it was times I actually was because one time there was this guy, right, and he had on the Rock shirt, right, and I was like, oh, you think you can scare me just because you got that eyebrow look? You know, I didn't know who the Rock was. You know, and then I just punched the guy in the belly, right? Pretending I'm punching the Rock because he had that look. He had that look. You know, it's like you can't intimidate me. But then it's funny because the next year, right, I was actually going for the Rock. You know, like I was actually on his side, and this was the day that the Raw when it was him. It was Kane who I probably got mixed up with Sting because of the red face and the hair. Yeah, I did get him mixed up with Sting. But I knew that was, I found out that wasn't Sting. So I was like, is that the guy from the Sprite commercial?
Right.
That wasn't him. But I still like Kane. And they was going up against Benoit and Kurt Angles. And that was when The Rock, he was laying the smackdown on both. Him and Kane was laying the smackdown on Angle and Benoit. But then out comes Shane and Big Show. You know, and this was back in 2000, how I remember it. And then once they jumped both, you know how they assaulted, they interfered in the match and everything, and then they left you hanging. And I'm like, wait, that's it? That's it? Really? That was when I realized the bad guys win, you know, at times too. I mean, I should have known that by watching Dragon Ball Z, but yeah.
What was I about to say? Hey, I'm here for that Dragon Ball Z reference too. You're not the only one who likes Dragon Ball Z in here.
Oh, I figured that because I know a whole lot of people love that anime, and it's like highly popular now, and I never thought I might see it
Bro,
go that big.
back in 2003, we were all called weirdos for watching it, but now everyone's in the anime.
See, I can't believe that's what. Oh, what are you gonna say, Dennis? I'm sorry.
I was about to say, you already know when you see Goku and Vegeta pop at the same time, you in trouble.
So you telling me that y'all get picked on just because y'all watch anime?
Because we watch anime, because back in the day I got picked on because I watch wrestling. It's just like, bro,
what?
Just let me live my life.
Dude, the cool people look at that stuff, man. Like, dude, especially wrestling. You know how many hip hop stars and celebrities that watch wrestling too? You got freaking LL Cool J in there and Busta Rhymes.
You
got Method Man.
We're just fans of certain stuff at the end of the day. I don't complain when y'all want to watch this fake reality TV loving hip hop stuff.
No,
Like,
yeah,
no disrespect to the people on there, but it's just like, yo, if you want to come to my wrestling, I can see flaws in your TV shows too.
man,
Stuff that y'all look at for comfort.
I'm telling you, I prefer wrestling over reality shows any day because the thing is, I would have roast those people because I see those reality shows, especially like Flavor of Love or something like that, or then they come up with the Jersey Shore, and I'm like,
No,
Yeah,
that's
Jersey Shore was pretty good though. I'm no cap. I'm not
thing
even
is,
on that.
thing is, like it was the same damn thing. Like people get drunk, then they get in fights. You know, you got that one person starting trouble, one person instigating. It's the same crap.
They follow a script just like wrestling do. So what makes us different? We watch movies. They follow a script. So does wrestling.
Man, I still,
We're being entertained at the end of the day. Just let us enjoy our entertainment.
bro, it's still unheard of that people make fun of y'all for watching wrestling and anime. I never thought about that until this year, and I was like, wait, what? And my mom banned me from that too, because of Pokemon. I couldn't watch
Dang.
no anime because of Pokemon. I couldn't even watch Dragon Balls. I couldn't even look at Sailor Moon. I was like, that's why I'm like back and forth for anime, and it's like, damn, because I think it was because of that seizure episode or something. I don't know what it was, but it just didn't make any sense to me. Like, I gotta quit watching Japanese animation just because of Pokemon. That's some bull. But eventually,
watching everything.
yeah, but eventually in high school, I went back to watching Dragon Ball Z, and then got hooked to Yu Yu Hakusho, and yeah.
Well, I was gonna say like let's just I was gonna get into the next match. We'll probably do another we'll do another episode on how anime and how we all need to respect each other's entertainment, whether it's wrestling, anime, because it all ties together, honestly.
I mean, ain't like I make fun of people who look at High School Musical, you know.
But what's the next match we got on? We got the Usos versus the Mysterios for the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
I'm going for Usos.
I'm not. Yep, Usos.
Usos.
Like I said before, they're aligned to Roman. This bloodline tribal chief story that's going right now. It's not over yet. We're gonna see these guys flourish. I have a storyline in mind because the WWE draft is coming up, and I was going to drop a video where I do a mock draft on who I'm going to send to Raw and who I'm going to send to SmackDown. But that's another story for another time. I'm going to create a roster where just wait for it. And anybody watching the show, just wait for it. You're not going to be disappointed with the story that I create, the storyline.
Okay.
But I got the Usos winning, basically. Gave my reason. Y'all got anything y'all want to add?
Nope. Usos winning.
They just winning because Rey Mysterio washed up low key.
I was a Rey Mysterio fan back in the day, so it kills me to say that. But yeah, my boy Rey, he's a little washed. He's losing more than he wins nowadays.
Man, have you seen him last year? Then he was getting choked on a Money in the Bank match.
He got tossed off the building. Baron Corbin was out here murdering legends.
He got tossed. He got choked by one of the women, and the eye thing. What Seth did to the eye.
Why they do? I'm just like, why y'all doing my boy Rey like this? I know he's got to put over talent, but he deserves better than this.
Dude, there's this YouTuber named Fighters Den, and he was like, "You buried my boy." He just got washed. Like, they did my boy dirty. Like, It's like,
why y'all gotta do Ray like this? He was even treated bad when he was world champion.
oh,
Yeah,
are you
that
talking
shit
about
right wrong.
Are you talking about when Cena we had the match against Cena?
No, not even that. That too, but his first world title reign
Oh, you
Didn't
talk
last for
when he lost
2006.
pretty much every TV match on SmackDown. Like he had a 4 win-loss record as world champion. He won in all of his title defenses, but it was just like you weren't booked strong as champion.
You know why? Because Vince got something against short people.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's just Vince McMahon being petty. I mean, it's just like, dude, I love my big powerhouse wrestlers too. Like, of course, you're gonna take a look at them and be like, hey, I'm inspired to have a body like you, but it's just like these small guys, they can do it. They can do it just as well, and they're gonna make your jaw drop with their athleticism.
Yeah, like how else you think we had a cruiserweight division before?
And
You
bro,
know?
back WCW had that. They had that cruiserweight division. Like the way that they broadcast them to a wider audience, like they had that locked in on how they did that. Like they did that perfectly.
Honestly, that's what I like the most about WCW is the cruiserweights because they were smaller guys, they were unique, and they doing all these tricks in the ring, like
Man,
all these flips. It's like
you
you
just
know,
wasn't getting it in WWE at that time. That's why WCW was ahead in the ratings for 84 weeks.
yeah. Then you got NWO, you know, of course. But
Y'all
other
trying to
than
be the
that,
NWO for Halloween?
you said what?
Y'all trying to be the NWO for Halloween?
well,
I
I'm down.
don't I
Want
don't
some
have
real
a
gang stuff? I got dibs on Macho Man.
I don't
I
even
got Hulk Hogan.
hey, I don't have none of that stuff, man. Y'all on point. Cause I
Yeah,
had,
but in other words,
Oh yeah.
I feel like Rey Mysterio did his thing all these years. He should hang up the boots eventually and just and manage Dominic Mysterio just to make him a superstar.
The
That's
jury's
what I
still
feel like he
out.
should do.
Oh, go ahead, Dennis. What were you saying?
I say Rey Mysterio should just hang up the boots and sooner or later, and then just manage Dominic Mysterio, help him get good in the ring on promos and help build him up.
I'm I'm gonna be real with you. Like when it comes to Dominic Mysterio, it's just like he's no disrespect to him, but I don't think he's going to be as promoted as much. And I can be wrong on this. I can be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. But my bold prediction is he's not going to be promoted or utilized as much if Ray does hang up the boots because right now he don't have no good character traits outside of hey, I'm Ray Mysterio. Ray Mysterio's my dad. Look at me.
yeah, see, and you would have think because all the years of his father being in wrestling, he would have had that, charisma, you know.
I still remember when I remember when he was little and him and Ray and Eddie were feuding over the custody of this child. WWE did some
They keep,
wild stuff back in the day.
Yeah, that storyline was
yo,
funny.
they keep showing him every 5 minutes in the match, every 5 seconds they kept showing him. I'm like, yo, you get it.
I'm just like, yeah, it's good that it's happened in the era that it did because if they were to pull something like that now, WWE, if they did a lot of stuff, if WWE did a lot of stuff that now that they did back then, they would have been canceled a long time ago.
Oh man, I forgot about this cancel culture. Thing
Bro,
is,
it is so toxic. Like I understand the
oh,
justifications of it sometimes, but people are so sensitive.
my question is, why you even watch it? Why you even watch this show? And then, like, if you know that phrase, if you don't like it, then don't go back to watching it. You know,
Yeah, like us as people, everyone's going to have a different opinion on things.
like, like for me example, like it was plenty of stuff I just don't like, right? And I don't be like, oh, cancel this, cancel that. Like y'all not even fans. Y'all just casual fans. Y'all come here and tell me something. Oh, cancel it. Like
You want to know what's a really good example?
what?
You know, it was a really good example. Now that you bring that up, remember earlier this year when Kirk Franklin cussed out his son?
Yeah, I remember that.
As funny as that was, but it's like, yo, I get it. I get it. Your son was being very disrespectful over the phone. You had to do what you had to do to get your point across.
Hey, Christians swear too. I mean, they ain't perfect.
Yeah, like these whole now Christian folk talking about, oh, cancel Kirk Franklin. He's not a man of God. And I'm like, hold up. Before y'all go on canceling Kirk Franklin, make sure y'all not drinking, smoking, having sex out of wedlock, because Kirk Franklin, he's just a preacher at the end of the day, a preacher and singer. He's not God.
Yeah, you can't cancel somebody from
he's
the
not
Christian.
God. He's not perfect. He makes mistakes just like everyone else does.
They can't do that. Thing is, what I don't like about Christianity is that, like, you can't just cancel somebody, like, or get rid of someone. That's like giving up faith. Like, what happened to the faith? Like, whatever happened to like helping that person out instead of like, oh, like you're banned from the church, you're suspended. You know, I don't get it. But
it's wow.
But yeah, that's probably why WWE went PG too, because cancel culture. You know, it's like
yo, you need to. Do you have a Twitter? You need to tweet that, yo. Yo, you just came on to something. This is why I rock with you. Stuff like that. Stuff like that you just said. This is exactly why I rock with you, Sam.
Yeah, thing is, I don't be going on Twitter. I have Twitter. I don't go on there because, you know, people kind of, I hate people. I just don't like them sometimes. I'd be real honest. Because,
well, honestly, like, cancel culture could have been a big contribution to it, but the reason why WWE went PG is because they had to clean up their image after the Chris Benoit stuff. But then again, like you said, cancel culture could have contributed to that because they could have been like, hey, WWE needs to be canceled because they let a steroid taking murderer become world champion in their company. But you're on to something. You just tackled a good topic right there.
No, I forgot about Benoit's situation. Yeah, I understand what he did. What he did was wrong. Yes, and I understand if WWE cancel him, but no other wrestling fan is going to cancel him because he's actually been part of our childhood. You know, yeah.
Well, go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
But no, that's what I meant right there. Like, he's been part of our childhood. He's a phenomenal athlete. I hate what he did. I mean, I don't like what he did, even to himself. You know,
I agree with you there because it's just like, look, I separate Chris Benoit, the man, from Chris Benoit, the wrestler. The man, yes, he was a horrible person that did something unexcusable to himself and his family. But Chris Benoit, the wrestler, the guy that I grew up watching, one of the best ever.
Yeah, I mean, when I first saw him, I used to hate him. Like, remember that match I told you earlier with The Rock and Kane? That was when I first saw him. But when I grew into him, you know, like, those people you used to hate back in the day, you end up liking. But yeah, I understand why they canceled him. I understand that because what happened. But thing is, certain fans, and they're not going to do it. You know, because he was a phenomenal athlete. You know,
we got two more matches to go. The next match we got is Sheamus and Damian Priest for the United States title.
Wait, wasn't it a third one? Do we already talk about John Cena already? And
oh yeah, that was the first one we talked about, I think.
Oh, okay. Dang, I forgot it's that bad. Okay, that one I don't know, honestly. Maybe Damian Priest, but
I, I'm a huge fan of Damian Priest. I love his gimmick. I love his wrestling style. He can talk on the mic. Like he's the total package. And I don't want to say he's the future because that man is almost 40. I think he's past me in the future at this point. Like when I say you're the future, I'm talking about somebody who's like in their mid to early 20s.
damn,
but,
honestly,
but yeah, Damian Priest, he can go far in WWE, and from what I've read online, he's well liked backstage, and he got a huge boost teaming with Bad Bunny at WrestleMania. So yeah, I can see him. This could be like the start of him, like building
speaking of
himself up in WWE.
speaking of that Bad Bunny match, remember how before I was like, oh boy, another celebrity match, man. I was like, this is gonna be lame. But then, wow, he proved me wrong when he did that flip.
Everybody had a
Prove you
promise.
wrong. Prove Dave Meltzer wrong.
He
Yeah, Bad
dang,
Bunny had a hops that match.
Man, facts. Man, Bad Bunny, like, let's be real. He gets wrestling, and I love it. I love when celebrities come in. You can tell they're fans.
yeah, because at first I was sick of celebrities since 2010. But then once I saw that, I was like, okay, oh, okay, then maybe I might have a change of heart now.
I don't mind
Yeah, back in
celebrities
Asia
because,
Destroy,
like,
he did.
honestly, if you go back in time, celebrity involvement was the backbone of WWE reaching the popularity it did, like them expanding their company in the 80s. With the first WrestleMania, they had Mr. T come in.
And I almost
Hulk
thought he
Hogan.
was. I actually thought Mr. T was a wrestler, you know,
Yeah.
because I mean I saw him in Rocky. I mean I knew he was an actor, but he definitely had that wrestling material. Like you would think he would have been competing, back in the day against Hogan and everyone else, right?
Right.
Because he got that. I pity the fool, like he had that intense character. Like that's what I feel like they lacked. Like how back in the day they had these intimidating beasts. Like okay, you got Mr. T, even though he's not a wrestler, but he had that charisma. He definitely. I thought he would have been a good wrestler. I thought he was a wrestler the
Like
whole
I,
time. I thought he was a wrestler.
I get what you're saying. Like some of these wrestlers, again, no disrespect to these wrestlers today, because y'all do y'all thing, and we appreciate you entertaining us. But I get what you're saying too. Like some of these wrestlers, they lack the how can I put this? They
Charisma.
lack the intensity from what we saw from guys like Hogan, Piper, Macho Man, Rock, Austin, Undertaker, like those guys, the
Yeah,
old school guys.
yeah. No, the problem is like even when they do interviews, it's like it's just bland, man. It's like, dude, where's the charisma? Where's the I want to get you, bastard? Or like the intense character. Like once, like how like you got The Rock, you got Undertaker. Them speaking into the mic. Even scaring the interviewer, and then you like, well, you know something, brother. You know,
Yeah, I agree. That is missing in wrestling because basically, like WWE back in the day, there were a lot of great characters. Some nowadays, wrestlers' only good gimmicks are, "Hey, I'm a good wrestler. Look at me."
yeah,
Don't get me wrong. We
exactly.
have some good gimmicks in WWE and AEW now. Don't get me
Mhm.
wrong.
Now, New Day, at least they had their character. That's what I like about them. You know, like at least they, even when they do interviews, at least they fun with it. But thing is, the other ones, like they just lack that charisma. They lack that energy. Like back in the like when they do those interviews, you ever notice how a wrestler looking at the camera as if they was looking at you, and you used to get intimidated?
Jake the Snake Roberts comes to mind.
Well, for me, is either Undertaker, Hulk Hogan. You know, they had their hands on their hips and everything, getting ready to spit bars and stuff. Dude,
Right, and I get it. I get exactly
Dude.
what you're saying too, because like I said before, now wrestling has got too watered down from a character perspective to hey I'm a good wrestler, look at me. You can be a good character and you don't have to have the best wrestling skills. Prime example, The Rock, Rodney Piper. You don't have to be a technically sound wrestler to still get over.
Remember the Miz promo back in 2016?
Man, listen, Miz. But let me tell you something about the Miz. I hope that Miz sometime when we get famous and this channel gets big. I hope Miz looks at this one day and you're gonna hear it from me.
Yeah,
Miz, you're one of the most underrated and underappreciated talents that WWE has ever had.
Hey, I will admit, back in 2010, I used to hated him, but until 2011 and up, right? You remember when he recently won the championship a couple months back, but people hated him still. I was like, how can people still hate this man? Like, the dude basically been working his ass off, and people still hate the Miz. Like me on the other hand, yes, I admit, back in 2010, I used to hate him because he was a heel. He was a troll. He was in your face. He even had that win look like, yo, you mad because I won the title, you know?
And that brings go ahead.
Like, the thing is though, like, people didn't like him because he was a reality show person, which I didn't know until they mentioned it. But dude, this guy got treated like shit, man.
And I respect him. Miz has all my respect because he came over to WWE. He was like he came from being on the Real World. I think God, I'm getting old. I'm getting old. I remember when that was a thing on MTV.
Yeah, and it was so unreal just seeing him arguing with this girl, and I'm like, who is this bitch? Like, you know, like, I was like, yo, this is why I don't like reality shows. You know, people got that mouth, you know, and it's like you just want to just like suplex them or something, you know. I bet you, it's like watching the Tooth Fairy, right? And when you got the coach yelling at The Rock, and I was like, yo, The Rock should get that dude a rock bottom, bro. You know,
Right? But Miz,
I did look at the Tooth Fairy. That was a regret though, but
it ain't a bad movie. But back to the Miz though, it's like he came through WWE, like those bullies backstage. They tried to break him as much as they possibly can because he had heat because he came from reality TV, which I'm the type of person, no matter where you come from, it's how you handle the opportunity you have presented in front of you.
Yeah.
They tried to break him, but he persevered and he made himself into a Grand Slam champion, a future Hall of Famer, if you ask me. And one of the best talkers of all time. That's right, I said it. Miz is one of the best talkers in wrestling history.
Hey, I believe you because when he cut that promo back in 2016, and then it was the other one when he went crazy. He just went nuts. And another one, Dan Bryan was like, Miz, you know why people don't respect you because they're stronger than you. The wrestlers are stronger than you. And he's like, no, they're not, Daniel. No, they're not. I'm the best. I'm the best. No, shut your mouth. I'm the best.
That was real. That was real too. Like you could see the emotion on his face, and you could see him about to cry because it's just like hate for the Miz was at an all-time high at that point. But it's just like, yo, Miz just in one promo, Miz turned his whole career around. He made you realize, hey, look, I'm an asset to this company, like it or not. And I may not have been on. I may not have put time in Ring of Honor or New Japan or anything like that, but I'm worthy of my spot.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you got a
Like
point.
the thing is,
Yeah,
like,
they don't get Miz.
get that man some
They don't
credit.
get Miz.
Right.
Sorry, Dennis.
You got a point. You can go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, no, that was my fault. My bad.
No, you good. I was gonna say, they don't give Miz much credit. Like how he said, he came from used to be on TV, now a wrestler. I could say I don't like Miz like that back then, but I gotta give Miz his props.
Oh
Miz do
yeah.
his thing. He never barely get injured. He's one of the best talkers in the mic, and he he's possibility could be one of the best heels in this modern era right now.
Exactly.
I've
And
been
like you
rocking with
said,
Miz since the "Hoorah" catchphrase came out.
and Kyrie, like you said, Kyrie, they criticize because of TV. Some of them wrestlers in WWE, I think some they came from different areas. Some come from NFL after their career don't be good. Some, I believe, Damian Priest used to be a bouncer back then. I believe so,
Right, like
or something like that.
you never know where people come from. Like it's just like it's inspiring. Like it's like who can I think of? AJ Lee, for example.
Oh, I missed her. I missed her.
I love her too, but AJ Lee, like if you listen to her life story, her family they didn't really have much. She came from a low income family. There were times where she had to live out in the car, I believe so. I could be wrong, but you know what I mean. She didn't really have much,
I
but
That's just
don't think that just because you come from a certain environment, it doesn't matter where you come from, it's where you're going to.
yeah,
And when you have stuff like that, it becomes inspiring to other people.
exactly. You know,
yeah,
like
that's just like Darby Allin's story. I don't know if y'all seen it in AEW yet. That man, I believe that man used to be homeless and he used to live on the street until he got his opportunity one day and in the independent scene and in the independent scene he showed everything he had and that's when he started getting opportunities
Yeah,
because
at
I
the end,
believe he did a promo saying something about how towards somebody saying uh um the way he was built up and he's be homeless and he worked his hard to get up there to where he at right now. Look at him right now. He's one of the best in the industry right now in AEW.
I mean, at the end of the day, they're human just like the rest of us.
yeah,
Like wrestlers, they come from humble beginnings just like we do.
yeah. I mean, I thing is like, yeah, you gotta respect their lives too. You know, because I even seen like videos like wrestlers just mind their business, and then you got some fans harassing them, like Chris Jericho, for example. You know, like
Keith Lee earlier this year too. Keith Lee and Mia Yim. That really irked me too. I'm just like, y'all
what
leave
happened to
them
them?
alone. That their private life is their private life.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like people are too much into other people's business, like personal life too. You know, it's like it's so bad too because even through social media, you hear about other people's issues and everything, and then it's like because the whole world knows it, and it's like, yo, it's really none of our business. You know, like any relationship problems or something that happened, bring up old stuff. You know, it's so sad. You know, but
I
like
feel you on that.
even with wrestlers, you know, like for the Hardys, for example, like we all know that they're not perfect. They both not perfect, you know. But remember when people used to shit on them?
Everybody, I get what you're saying. Everybody has their demons.
Yeah, like I was still with them, like even regardless of their personal issues. But people literally were shitting on the the Hardy Boys, like calling Matt Hardy Fat Lardy or Meth Hardy. You know,
Like I said before, I separate Matt and Jeff Hardy. I separate the men from the wrestlers. I focus more on the wrestlers and the memories you've created for me.
yeah, exactly. It's like yeah, but it's funny because how people was all of a sudden all on there like riding them all of a sudden. You know, like just sucking up to them at the. You know, that was the thing that just got me. You know, but yeah, man, like you said, like just see their character. You know, anything else is like not none of our business.
We got one more match to go over. And it's the match, it's the WWE title. I'm saving it for last. Goldberg and Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley, 'cause come on, man.
Uh,
Like,
I pray to God that Bobby Lashley beats Goldberg, and I would like it even more that
wait,
Bobby beats
I'll
him
be right back.
because I'm just like I want everything says that Bobby Lashley should win this match, but I'm getting my anxiety is up about that right now because of what happened to the Fiend. That's still a fresh wound. That man just got released. But to me, the downfall of the Fiend started when he lost to Goldberg. There's a
Man,
reason why I call Goldberg the momentum killer.
yeah, I'm sorry, I
Yeah,
missed most of that. I mean, but then I think know what you said because I heard about the Fiend now.
yeah,
Um,
Goldberg's a momentum killer for sure.
like thing is, Goldberg on the other hand, I did like them at some point. Especially with the undefeated streak thing. But dang, man, this I feel like the way this is going, it's going about it the wrong way because first of all, he's coming out of nowhere, you know, and he basically he actually part time, you know,
Mhm.
just like Brock. But then you put him over.
Hey, hey, this is gonna be. I don't mean to cut you off, but I just got to get this out there. It's going to be a controversial topic, but Brock Lesnar, despite of all that he's done in the past couple years, just him holding the title hostage, Brock Lesnar, very underappreciated talent, and he should be respected. Well, I would say underrated. He's he's underappreciated for the work and the eyes that he brings to the product on WWE.
Now, okay, about Brock though. Okay, the only thing that cringes me about Brock is that he mostly for pay per views. He's not for Raw that much. I kind of want to see him compete on Raw or SmackDown, either or, like back in the day. And I see why people roast like they get on this topic about Brock not being there because like where's the title at? You know, like whatever happened to the WWE title? Where's the champion? How are we gonna compete? You know, that was the thing that I personally had the issue with. But thing is, I still like Brock because Brock, that dude is a beast for real. You know,
He is.
it's
Even
like,
though most of his matches were regulated to suplexes,
uh-huh.
regulated suplexes in the past couple of years in the F5, it's just like, dude, tell
Like,
me you don't tune into a Brock Lesnar match. There's a reason why Vince McMahon pays him as much as he does because it's like when Brock's on TV, you're going to watch. You're going to be interested. Is he going to take the title hostage, or is he going to make somebody a star like Drew McIntyre?
Yeah, I
Or
agree with that because just look at all the stars he made ever since he been holding that title. He beat Roman about good 4 times till he won the title finally. Drew McIntyre, he made into a superstar.
I was even going to say like Brock Lesnar. He's Brock Lesnar. He has his best matches against smaller opponents.
Like AJ, Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, he's a great seller. He makes them look like $1 million when he sells for them.
Yo, I'll tell you one thing about Brock. When I very first saw Brock, right, I saw him on a Game Informer magazine, and this is when Shut Your Mouth came out, right? As soon as I seen that guy, I was like, okay, he looked like a problem. And this is from the game. This is when I very first saw him on the game, right? Then when I saw him on TV, you want to know what's worse? He did a number on Zach Gown, the kid with the one leg.
I remember.
Bruh, I was like, yo, somebody stop this dude. He's literally beating up a kid.
He needs some milk.
Dude, Brock, man, handled the fuck out of. He beat the hell out of Zach Gown. I'm like sitting here in horror, like somebody come out and get this dude. Somebody get your boy here. Somebody call out this beast.
This man is a menace.
Somebody get this animal. Get this dude off him. Like right in front of his mother. In front of his mother, man.
I'm sorry,
that's
not funny, but it's just your delivery, the way you said it, it makes it funny.
It's just like, dude, I'm like sitting there. This is, like I said, this is the time when I wasn't supposed to be watching wrestling. And I'm like flipping channels. And then I come across this. And I was like, yo, this is horror. This is horror, man. Like, he's getting beat. He got one leg. That's like fucked up, man. It's like
you're casually flipping through channels, and then you see a bloody one-legged man.
Well, no. Thing is, I saw matches before that, and I stick to that channel because I was at my aunt's house this time. My parents wasn't around, so once I saw that, I was like, yo, this dude is a problem. Ever since then, I saw Brock as that unstoppable monster. Like he freaking manhandled Undertaker, even at the American Badass. Well, no, Undertaker went back at him, but who won most of the matches? Though,
Brock did.
Yes, Brock did. And then, now the real surprising part was going back. You had Eddie Guerrero, and Eddie Guerrero beat him in No Way Out. That was a good match too, And then you got Goldberg. Oh, okay, I forgot about that one. I don't know if I should talk about that match.
Let's focus on the matches during Goldberg's second run between them. Let's not focus on the first one.
Okay. Yeah, that's years later. But all I gotta say is Brock was a problem. He felt like a problem, bro. He was definitely like that threat.
I'm gonna say it best like this. When Brock cares and he likes who he's in the ring with, Brock is the best in the world at what he does.
Wait, remember what he said about Heath Slater's kid? He said, "Let me tell you
again." When Brock cares and he's interested,
I don't give a shit about your kids. I was like, I think he meant that for real. He, because you look at Brock, he has no expression. He has a man. If you don't get out of my face expression, like
he's definitely not a people's person.
Exactly, and that's how I see it. I don't blame him too because I don't like people myself. But this man, I'm telling you, back in the day, you see him, he had that psychotic smile, like, yeah, I'm gonna whoop your ass, yeah. and then now it's like, you know the drill, you know better, you shouldn't be in my face, right? You fucked up, right? Like, you don't even have that smile, like, it's like a warning, it's like don't piss him off, and this man will blow up and he'll basically destroy. He's that dude. That man's a freaking monster, man.
Yeah.
You know, like.
But
But besides all that, though, going back to Goldberg, though, Goldberg was the monster too.
he was
He's a
back
monster
in the
too.
day.
You know, like, but thing is, sad thing about it now is like they're going about it the wrong way by having him burying other people, especially people who's have been working like throughout. You know, like Kevin Owens, for example. Like you
True.
said, the Fiend. I was like, damn, man. Like, I like Goldberg, but damn, I feel like they not. You just bring them back just to bury people.
The
It's
thing,
like-
the thing is, Goldberg. The thing is, I don't care about Goldberg coming in, crushing people because that's who he is. That's Goldberg. That's what he's been. That's what he's done his whole wrestling career.
That's
But
what I
it's
like
the
about
wrong people that he's doing it to.
it. Exactly. See, that's what the company
Wrong
see,
people and in the wrong situation. Cost a championship match.
yeah, and then that's probably why people kind of lose interest, you know, at a certain superstar. And honestly, I don't even want to blame the superstar. I blame the writers or Vince, whoever is doing this stuff. It's like, yo, it's like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, are y'all high back there? Y'all smoking? Y'all on drugs or something? Like, what is this?
Right, and then people wonder why modern day wrestlers can't get over now because it's like Vince McMahon, he's not giving them a shot.
Right? Like, for example, this is what CM Punk was talking about. You know, like, cause CM Punk, right? You know how he had that pipe bomb
Mm-hmm.
and how he was upset because dude been working so hard, right? But you got Rock coming back, you know. And don't get me wrong, I was hyped that the Rock came back,
Me too.
but thing is, they're getting more of the attention. Him and Cena, you know, and now they got a WrestleMania match, and then he's like the fact that Dwayne got a main event match in WrestleMania made me sick, you know.
And I get his frustration too, but I'm kind of split on that decision. The first WrestleMania main event between Rock and Cena, because honestly, from a buy rate standpoint and a getting eyes on the product standpoint, that was the right way to go.
Yeah.
But that next year at WrestleMania, no, put Rock and Cena a little bit down on the card. Let CM Punk have his shine. He's been carrying the company with his WWE title reign. No, it's Punk's time, or do a triple threat match between them.
Yeah, because you had CM Punk. CM Punk was getting that push, but then until Royal Rumble 2013, The Rock, you know, all because I seen this coming. I saw it coming when John Cena won that Royal Rumble, and then The Rock won that champion. I saw it coming. I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!" Like, dude. And it's bad too because I really did like The Rock, and when he came back, I was hyped. You know, we all know that day. We remember that day when they thought it was a woman getting out that car as the
and we hear if you smell.
Yeah, yeah. Who was that woman anyway? But that whatever. But all I know is that, you know, like what they did is like, come on, CM. This is why CM Punk complained. You know, and then everyone else, you know how when people bring them down and everything, like, oh, stop complaining or something like that. You know, like, put yourself in his shoes, you know, because you wouldn't have felt the same way unless you sucked up to the boss or something like that. You know, because you might not have no problem with that because nowadays it's like you have to suck up to get what you want. You know,
and it's kind of like, you know, it's like, I won't even say sucking up.
Now I understand y'all were good people and y'all was like casually like friends, but there are actually some people that actually fake and they just trying to get over.
I'm just glad they got it right with Daniel Bryan because they were going to that point as well with Daniel Bryan. It was like you got another guy that's been carrying the company on his back for the whole year. It's time for him to get his WrestleMania moment in the spotlight. And as callous as it sounds, though, CM Punk became a martyr. He walked out so Daniel Bryan could have his moment.
Yeah.
When you think about it in hindsight,
Wait, didn't they fire him like
on his wedding day?
Yeah, I was gonna say wedding day, but I think they said they already send it. I don't know, but all I know it was messed up.
Dick move.
But he left for a main reason because of injury, and the WWE doctor didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah, because he had a misdiagnosed staph infection, and they kept giving him antibiotics, but it made him feel worse. So it was just like around the time he left, he lost his passion for wrestling. His mental health was probably shocked. It was rough for him.
Yeah, I'm not gonna even
I
mention
get
the
his
other
frustration.
thing. Yeah, like me too. Like I get it too, But then the thing is, why I still don't understand why people chant CM Punk, unless they felt his pain. But dude, he's not coming back to the WWE. Come on.
They're chanting their frustration vicariously through Punk whenever they feel something doesn't go their way. That's how they express it. CM Punk is more of like a tool to now for WWE fans to express their frustration.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I always understand where he was coming from since that infamous pipe bomb. I mean, no, that was a great pipe bomb because every now and then people just need to hear the truth. But
and at the time, that definitely was the truth.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, yeah, at the time Cena was getting most of the title opportunities. That was when people hated Cena. It was sick of him, And it was funny how CM Punk was like, I don't hate you, John. And in fact, I like you, but not as much as I don't like the people in the back or something like that, As soon as he said that,
if you ask me, I can quote the whole CM Punk pipe bomb. I watched it so many times when I was in high school and I first watched it happen. I was just in awe. I said this is one of the best promos I ever heard, and he hit on a lot of great topics.
The funny part, I started looking at other pipe bombs before that, like Joey Styles and who else? Even Paul Heyman.
Oh, the one right before Survivor Series when he was like, "You stole Shawn Michaels' smile and you brought yourself a jet."
And then you want to build Titan Towers or something like that.
One day we gotta do a video on just Paul Heyman promos solely. This man got promos like Baskin Robbins has ice cream.
Hell, I want him to be my man too. Paul Heyman, I'm telling you, Paul Heyman, even Savage, like, hold your wives is edge. I got 2 words for you.
Matt freaking
Hardy. And then Edge spits it out and counts like
that's 3
words.
but you missed the best part on JBL. Murdered this man's whole career in one sentence.
The reason why Triple H,
the only reason you were WWE champion for years because Triple H didn't want to work Tuesdays.
Yeah, I was like, yo,
JBL's a Hall of Famer now, but I'm just like, after that promo, that might have hurt your stance in
Wait.
the Hall of Fame, your legitimacy. But he's a Hall of Famer now, though. So
Speaking of
Yeah,
Hall
those
of
are two of the best talkers in WWE so far.
wait,
CM Punk and Paul Heyman knew exactly what notes to hit and everything.
yo,
My favorite
speaking
part,
of
not my favorite part in that CM Punk pipe bomb was when he said, "Don't if there is one thing you're better at me is kissing Vince Man blank." That was my favorite part of there.
exactly, that's what I was saying before. You know,
hey, but John Cena didn't kiss up the Vince. He earned his spot.
but no, I'm not saying John Cena did, but I know there was other ones. Mostly, honestly, it was Triple H. It had to be Triple H. You know, but I still like him as an athlete. You know, I'm not gonna say he just he married the boss's daughter, even though it was messed up what he did to China. But
Yeah.
we like that character because it gave us a good villain. He was definitely a good villain. He was I felt like he was like one of the best heel in that company. Because think about it, DX, he was a pain in the ass. Then again with Evolution, pain in the ass. Then you got the Authority,
Pain in the ass.
pain in the ass. Yes.
Again, if you don't make fans rage quit the show sometimes as a heel, that means you're not doing your job right.
Yo, you know what's so funny? I came up with this meme, right? You know that meme when the guy eating cereal, the stick figure eating cereal, and then he's going crazy. So one part it says is basically he just calling out Triple H's bullshit. Like you go back, right? And you see Triple H on the mic talking about some you remember that one time when he was in charge and everything, and he said if Edge interfered in that match, if Edge is interfering in that match, he get suspended or disqualified or something like that, right? Yep. And then he said, "Well, the only thing I can't stand is people interfering in other people's matches." So the first part was when in WrestleMania, right? He lost. No, he won, but he lost because of Vince.
Yeah.
That WrestleMania 2000 when we all thought The Rock was going to win. So I had a picture of The Rock being screwed, hit with a chair, right? And then the next one, you got Triple H saying, "Rock, I beat your ass." And then the stick figure said, "You didn't beat his ass. Vince and DX just kept interfering in matches." And then the part when I said about the cheating, about the interfering in the matches, like he said, and there's one thing I can't stand is people interfering in other people's matches. And then that's when the stick figure's like, "Son of a bitch,"
Man,
I gotta find that somewhere, but
the internet and memes, especially when it comes to wrestling, they are undefeated.
Man, I'm telling you, like I posted that. A lot of people laughed about it. Some people was like, "Man, this sounds like a liberal thing, man. This sounds like something a liberal would say," But here's the thing that they didn't read, or they must have misunderstood. This is how when our reaction, maybe when we was younger, when we used to get sick of Triple H. Matter of fact, I look back at these matches, and I'm still a little mad at him too. I was like, "Yo, you get on my last nerve, bro." Like, dude, you, the ex, your girl, your father-in-law, your brother-in-law, all the rest of the stupid family. It was just a pain in the ass, man. Oh man, and I thought Eminem was bad.
Hey, but I think we got all the predictions out of the way. We didn't even get to do NXT Takeover, but maybe
okay,
another video or tomorrow we can probably do that if y'all are cool with that.
Okay, I will I would definitely be listening, but at the same time, I'll be real honest with you. I have not been looking at NXT lately.
It's cool. A lot of people don't.
I mean, I assume they did because I thought NXT was actually better than Raw or SmackDown. You know, I don't know why. Like for me, I'm not gonna lie. I've been doing other stuff lately, looking at old commercials with my lady. You know, all that stuff, movies.
Yeah, NXT's worth watching. It the way I feel like, in my opinion, I feel NXT is better than Raw and SmackDown. Only because, see, Vince is running Raw and SmackDown, but in
Uh,
NXT, um, you have of GM and William Regal, which is a former wrestler. He did everything back then, and he know what to expect in these superstars, how they feel, and then you have Triple H, who is the Hall of Famer, who also wrestled and know what they're doing.
yeah,
Him and Regal, they both know what to expect and know how to book things without majority of the time messing it up.
yeah,
That's one reason why NXT, because NXT have majority of the 5-star matches, and they broad, and they give their talents opportunity. But then once they go to the main roster,
oh
Vince
man,
always want to do the crazy thing.
yeah. I believe you too because I remember people was hyped with Keith Lee, right?
Yeah,
And
Oh, bask in his glory.
I was gonna bring that up. I heard that they changed the theme song, make him
yeah.
wear a top because Vince has something against body. He
Yes,
like
we can't see Keith Lee's magnificent gut, no homo.
it's
But
like yeah, and it's like yo. So let me get this straight. So NXT you hype these people up. Vince, no, Triple H hype these people up, but once they get to the main roster, it's like downhill. It's like soon as they get there, downhill. I mean, like before with the other superstars, like like the Four Horsewomen and Kevin Owens and all the other people, like you would think they pushed the recent ones too. It's like this doesn't add up here. And I'm like, wait a minute, like okay, so let me get this straight. NXT, everything was going well. But as soon as you get to the main roster, see, people want to be in the main roster because one, it's the A. Well, let me see. They call it the A show, however they call it. But then next thing you
Raw
know,
hasn't been the A show since the early 2000s.
yeah, I was gonna say that too. I was gonna say because the sad that's the sad part because it's supposed to be Raw's is supposed to be a good show. It's supposed to be worth watching. But you telling me that NXT is better than Raw now, and y'all supposed to be the main show? It's like, dude, what the what? I don't know. I just want to know what's going on in there, like in that company, because
Personally, back on the Raw being the A show, since I've been a wrestling fan, I've always preferred SmackDown over Raw.
this funny. The funny part, I did start off watching SmackDown when I officially started watching wrestling, and this is sadly when Eddie Guerrero passed. Because here's the thing.
One of the all time greats on SmackDown.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, I had access to SmackDown because it was on UPN, which is a good channel, by the way. Missed that channel.
UPN again. We're getting old, bro.
Yeah, exactly. That was another story for another time. But we had that channel. We had the USA Network too. Thing is, I looked at it on my little sister TV, right? But I'm kind of glad they showed it on Fridays because it's a certain curfew, you know. So my little sister, she goes to bed at 10, like right after SmackDown goes off, or maybe 10:30, something like that, right? Now Raw, on the other hand, I couldn't watch Raw except that one time when it showed on. It did show on Saturday a couple times and everything in the morning. When I was like, okay, at least I'll look at some of that at least, you know. But on Mondays I couldn't do it because school night. Sister go to bed at 9. I don't have cable in my room. She do, you know. So it was just SmackDown, you know, and I was okay with it. You know, I mean, I still want to watch Raw anyway, you know, to see what it was like. But you want to know what's funny? You were okay. So UPN, that was when UPN was gone, and they turned into My TV or CW network. I remember moving, and we didn't have none of those channels, you know. But at least we had the USA network, and I finally got cable and I actually could watch it. So it's kind of weird. It did feel like I got drafted from SmackDown to Raw, even though it just sounds weird, but it kind of felt that way, you know. After moving, you don't have that certain channel, you know. It's like back and forth. It's weird, but at least, you know, on the internet, you know, YouTube used to have full matches back in the day. So it was kind of both ways. I actually see both those shows, you know, to catch up with them. But other than that, you know, right after looking at the SmackDown all those years, that's when I started looking at the WWF matches again, and became a big fan of the Attitude Era. But I actually like both Ruthless and the Attitude Era, personally. You know, like, and then the funny part was I noticed the logo changed. I already knew the logo changed because I was like, wait a minute. When I noticed it, and I was like, okay, they actually changed it. Because I remember someone back in third grade was like, yo, they changing WWF to WWE. And I was like, I'm like overhearing it, you know? And I was like, okay. Because normally when kids say some stuff, you know, it's like, I don't take it serious, you know? But yeah, like, but once I actually saw it, right, and I noticed the F was missing, and I was like, okay, yeah, but where's the E at?
They brought entertainment back, bruh. No, I'm joking.
But thing is, now I'm not gonna lie. As recently in my life, I was like, I like the WWF better. It just sounds better. It looks better, you know. But honestly, even if it was called WWF to this day, it's still gonna be a bad product. You know, a good product, bad product, it still ain't gonna make a difference. Because even WWF has some bad stories. Brawl for all. Man, the invasion. Remember the invasion angle?
I do.
Okay, I'll be real honest. I like the concept. I like the concept of it. However, it didn't execute very well. We all know this.
If they just waited a couple of months later until those contracts ran out, those guaranteed contracts, and then everybody could come over, then we could have had an invasion angle.
Yeah, you want to know what's worse? Sting didn't come to 14 years later.
Right.
And then
WCW's biggest star.
And then the worst part about the invasion angle, not only did they not have WCW people, you had WWF people coming over to the alliance. Like, how you gonna have your boy Austin on
who was WWE through and through during the Monday Night War?
Dude was the reason why y'all company left. I mean, that's
the
reason
why WWE won the war. Well, him, The Rock, Undertaker, Kane, Triple H. I'm not even gonna say it was Stone Cold solely, but you know he helped get them back in the game.
Exactly. That's what I meant to say. Like, yeah, I don't want to count out the rest of the roster.
It was a team effort.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I can't even say. At first, I would say my favorite wrestler was The Rock, but I actually like Undertaker too as my favorite wrestler.
He's my
But
second favorite behind
but
it.
what I like about Austin is that when Austin, the dude, what I like about him is that he hold nothing back. You know, like the man hold nothing back because say someone piss him off, you think he gonna run in the ring and just look at you like they do nowadays? Like I
Nope.
could, he would go after you. He would literally go after you. He ain't gonna just run in the ring and you run away and then he just look at you. No, he would sneak up behind you because he know he's smart. Matter of fact, you know what he remind me of?
Who's he remind you of?
Problem Child. The
Oh
boy
man.
from Problem Child. You know, like that's what he remind me of. But Austin, I'm telling you, that's what I like about him because someone screw him over, he's gonna whoop. He's gonna open up a can of whoop ass on him. Like he gonna stuff a mud hole in your ass. You know, like that's what I like about him. You know,
I get what you're saying.
yeah, I might have said the quote all wrong, but I tell you
It's
one
all
thing.
good.
I tell you one thing though, but most of those, especially most of those athletes I hated, like the heels. I like Kurt Angles. I like Kurt Angles. I like Benoit now. I like who else? Who else that did something that I like Triple H now. I used to hate it X Pac. And I didn't know who he was till 2010. This is when I'm just randomly going on YouTube looking at old WWF matches. And then I see this the feud with it started off with DX friends with X Pac. I mean not X Pac, Kane. And then that's when X Pac was like, we're bros, right? Next thing you know, Low blows him and tells him, you're not gonna be a member of DX because you're a piece of crap. And stole his girl. I took that personally, bro. You know what I did once I saw that? Not only did I get pissed, I got Raw versus SmackDown. You know how you create a wrestler?
and you beat up on X Pac.
Yes.
I'm weak.
I whoop his ass.
I'm so weak.
Ass. Man, yes. Like, dude, that game made me feel good about myself because because most of those wrestlers be pissing you off. And
Yeah, you just go on there and be like, all right, you about to catch these hands now.
yes. And you like, okay. And it's bad because it took me to 2000. It took me 2 years for me to get a wrestling game, right? Because my first one was WCW NWO Revenge, right? That was when I didn't look at WCW much at the time, so I didn't know much yet. But once I got 2007, Raw versus SmackDown 2007, I began creating some of the characters that's not in there, and then some of them, some I just make just to beat them up. I'm telling you, I enjoy myself just beating the hell out of Eminem.
I feel you on that. But I think we pretty much covered everything we were supposed to cover. Like, I think this is the point in time where we wrap everything up.
All right, man. But yeah, thanks for
I
adding me on.
appreciate you guys being on the main event. This was a really good episode.
Oh man, I appreciate it. I still enjoy the last one. You know, this I'm telling you, like, just keep this going. You know, also I'm telling you, if you're looking for any wrestling artwork, go to Cisco. I'm telling you, he could.
Cisco, we appreciate you, bro. We gonna give you a shout out. We're gonna get you famous, bro.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, man, he's in Las Vegas right now. I think he's going to the
He's going to be
Summerslam.
at SummerSlam, and I wish I could be there too, but I'm on vacation in Florida. It's a much needed vacation. Had to get out of Virginia for a while,
Everyone does.
So I still was gonna make time, get some content for you guys, you viewers that are watching. You best believe when this show goes big, I'm gonna remember every single one of y'all that support it, and I'm gonna when I get that blue check mark, I got you guys. Just remember that.
Hey, no problem, man. If you need me to be on the videos, I mean, this is my very first time being on a podcast ever.
Yeah, we
Thank you.
appreciate you too.
Appreciate you. You did a really good job too.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
You did good too, Dennis.
Thank you. You did it too.
All right, well, y'all be good. Stay safe out here.
One more thing. And
What's up?
despite the technical difficulties, at least we still kept the video
It happens.
going.
It happens. It's all right. We that's what video editing is for.
Exactly. But I can't wait for it to be uploaded.
Yep. All right. Well, y'all take care. And get ready for SummerSlam tomorrow.
All right. Hey, that's tomorrow.
Yep.
Oh, they don't do Sundays no more.
NXT Takeover.
You talking about NXT Takeover or SummerSlam?
That's on Sunday.
Yep.
Oh, you said NXT Takeover is on Sunday, but
yeah, I know it's
Yeah.
weird.
All right, guys.
weird.
I'm about to.
All right,
All right, guys. I'm about to.
and that concludes this episode of the main event. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you.